The Full Moon Runner. The air that night felt wrong. The temperature had slightly fallen as I got ready for my routine run. It was even colder outside. The street lamps that would guide my path stretched out in front of me before taking a sharp bend uphill. It curved left, passing my cousin's place before looping back to mine. I plugged in my AirPods, selected The Weeknd's Die For You, and adjusted the volume just enough to hear. Taking a deep breath, I squatted a couple of times to loosen my muscles. I started with a fast walk, then broke into a short burst of speed before settling into a paced jog. The air smelled clean. Too clean. I had no idea what was lurking in the bend ahead. My lungs opened and shut in short gasps. My mind was half focused on the road. I had done this run 1,000 times since moving into this neighborhood. I was usually the only runner, except on Tuesdays and Thursdays, when I crossed paths with Spencer and his wife coming from the other direction. But it was Wednesday. The road should have been empty. Until a shadow slid into step beside me. I snapped my head back. Someone was there, running, but the road beneath them made no sound. I immediately faced forward, my mind racing. Who was it? I did a quick mental calculation, but no one came to mind. And no matter how hard I listened, I heard no footsteps. "Hey, another morning, isn't it?" The voice sent a shiver down my spine. It was broken, strained. It belonged to an old woman. Why would an old woman be up so late, running on this lonely road? My head felt light and swollen. I didn't respond. I pretended the blinking AirPods in my ears had blocked her out. "The smell of the night before midnight is always refreshing," the voice croaked again. "It carries energy, kind left behind by people who worked all day." I kept running, never speeding up, never turning back. I had reached the foot of the hill. I stared up at it, my lungs tight, my legs already screaming. On any other night, I would have slowed down to catch my breath, but the shadow behind me kept me moving. I pushed forward. The pain in my thighs made me clench my teeth. The shadow on my side drew closer. Then, the voice whispered in my ear, too close. "Why are you out this late? Are you having a fight with your husband?" I shuddered. The voice was no longer behind me. It was right at my neck. The breath was warm, wet, wrong. I kept my face stiff, eyes locked ahead. My heart pounded with both fear and fatigue. "Do you hear me? Why won't you turn around and look at me?" Then she laughed. I wanted to scream. I wanted to turn and grab whoever it was by the throat. But I was paralyzed with fear. It was a miracle my legs still moved. "You can hear me. I know you can." My breath hitched. "Or is it that white thing flashing green over your ears? Is that why you can't hear me?" Her tone changed, insistent now. "I need you to stop. Turn around. Look at me." The turn leading to my cousin's house came into view. Just ahead was the motion sensor light in front of his house. I ran toward it, hoping, praying that the thing following me would step into the light. The voice grew desperate. "Look at me. I need you to look at me. Don't you want to know who I am?" My knees buckled. I stumbled, caught myself, and kept running. My lungs were on fire. My legs screamed with every step. The night was no longer cold. I was burning from the inside out. I just needed to reach my cousin's house. And I did. The light came on as soon as I crossed into its range. The shadow beside me vanished. The voice stopped, but I didn't. I ran up the porch and banged on the door until my cousin opened it. His wife stood beside him, her eyes heavy with sleep. "I need to make a call," I sobbed. My cousin looked confused but didn't argue. He stood in silence as I dialed, my hands shaking. My husband's voice on the other end was my only comfort.
"Hello."
He was on his way. Behind me, my cousin muttered under his breath. "So the legend is true." I turned to him sharply. What legend? He and his wife exchanged a look before turning back to me. The silence between us was thick, pressing. Finally, his wife spoke. You saw Namakira. Who? I whispered. Namakira, she repeated, her voice lower now. She is a ghost. She comes out once a year, on the night of a full moon. A chill ran through me. Legend has it that she had a fight with her husband. She ran away, got lost in the woods. I swallowed hard. She's been trying to find her way back ever since. My cousin's wife folded her arms. They say she may be searching for a body to take. I stiffened. No one has ever looked at her. No one knows what happens if you do. I sank into a chair, motionless. The story sounded like an urban legend, something told in hushed whispers. But I knew what I had felt. The voice, the insistence, the laughter. The way everything fell silent the moment the light came on. What if I had looked back? To this day, I still take that road on my night runs. Well, except on nights with a full moon. The end.